I call myself a reluctant entrepreneur because I come from an army background, Fauji background. I have never thought I'll become an entrepreneur. So IIT, a computer engineer, master's computer science, followed that with an MBA, worked for companies like Ernst & Young, A.T. Kearney, Microsoft. So where we come from, typical middle class family, you got a good job with a good company, that's good enough. But when I came back to India, after 17 years in the US. Had a life, daughter was growing up, comfortable life, took time off with family, came back and unfortunately I ended up losing my dad. After missing him for 17 years, so my mom, either I could have taken her back with me to the US, which would have been very selfish on my part, or the other option was to stay back in the country and take care of her. So that was a big reason why I decided to stay back into India. And then I had to say no to Microsoft because I told after my assignment was over, I was supposed to go back. I didn't go back. And that's when you, as they say, right, the fork in the road, you make a decision in life. Whether go work for a company or, and after working for Microsoft as an expatriate, working for any Indian company was not exciting enough. Okay, so I remembered what Mark Twain said once, that 20 years hence, when you look back on your life, you will feel sorry, not for the things that which you have done, but for things that you have not done. So since I ran a reverse logistics company in the year 2000 in the US, when I came here, I realized that nothing like that actually existed. So I was sitting and debating with a friend of mine, and she was a businesswoman, and I drew the business plan of reverse logistics on a tissue paper. And I said, this sounds like a good idea. She looked at it and said, Hitendra, if you're not going to do it, I will do it. Such an amazing idea. So she basically gave me that push that pushed me over the edge. And 2008, October, height of recession, Lehman Brothers collapse and the entire banking sector was collapsing. That's when I started the company. Lessons learned, how to value money. And 6 years, we are doing over 100 crores a month in revenue, profitable company, and looking forward to being $1 billion business soon coming out of India. The company started with 60 lakhs of seed capital, and my first customer was futurebazaar.com. We have raised 2 rounds, Series A and Series B. So Series B was raised in 2012. The biggest challenge is, like in any other area, for people to understand this discipline, understand the opportunity, and understand the value proposition. For manufacturers, they have to understand what is the cost reduction, revenue enhancement, value creation of reverse logistics. For e-tailers and retailers, it is about revenue generation, upside, customer satisfaction, growth. What I tell many e-commerce companies and retailers and OEMs, that when an airplane flies, the thing that lifts the airplane is the wind that is flying beneath the wings. You don't see it. You see the airplane, you hear the engine, but it's actually the wind. So we believe that we are like the wind beneath the wings for the e-commerce ecosystem in India. We are a company which will go to a retailer and a retailer and say, you are masters at forward supply chain, creating new products and selling. But you have no idea about how to manage the moment the product gets to it. It's not your core competency. Your core competency is coming up with new products, innovative products, and shipping it to the customer. What we do is we say, outsource your reverse logistics or returns management to a company like us. We will manage it from end to end. As they say, from the cradle to the grave. So that's our value proposition. I'll tell you, on an annual basis, our throughput is about over 3 million units a year. 30 lakh units a year. We charge a processing fee to process the return when it comes back, and then we repair and refurbish it, and then we sell the product via our e-commerce channel, GreenDust.com, and there we make a margin on the sales of the product. So our cost is in repair, refurbishment, transportation, warehousing. We do a margin on top of it, we sell it. So our revenue will be on the returns processing, and then on the when we sell the product. 3 years, $1 billion company, profitable. Simple as that. There are a lot of interest in our business model because even the investor community is waking up to it, saying, wow, this is very interesting, because e-commerce in India, with the growth it is seeing, the returns are pretty significant. There has to be somebody who will manage it. And so a lot of investor, we are a profitable company. We'll take our own sweet time. We don't believe that we require a raise of funds every 3 or 4 months. We are going at our own pace and been very successful at that. As Steve Jobs said it, right? Have you made a dent in the universe? Do you have a story to tell to your grandchildren? Think about it. If you have an amazing story to tell, fantastic. If not, create one.